Hi, I am Dr. Shivendra, and in this lecture, we will discuss the particle systems in Unity. Basically, particle system is used to improve the game experiences by adding visual effects to the game. For example, a shooting game will be more visually appealing when during the collision of bullets to the enemy or any objects, some explosion will be happened. So this explosion is nothing but the output of the particle systems. Similarly, suppose in car racing game, I want to do some blast effect whenever the car will collide to any object. So this thing also can be done by the particle system. Actually, particle system may include various animations like snow animation, smoke animation, water, fire, explosion animation, and rain type of animation. These are the major example of particle system, and we can create various other type of animations using the particle systems. So basically, particles may be generated in a game without any trigger or event, just on awake. It means that there are various scenes or virtual environment where we want that whenever we start playing the game, the particles should be generated. If the environment is of the rainy season, so definitely there should be a rain without any trigger. And if we are dealing with the some mountain type of area, so there must be some snow without any trigger. It means whenever we will start playing the game, there must be some particles without any intervention or manual intervention of the player. So this type of particle systems are generated on awake. The another way to generate the particle system, that is at the time of some special events like collision. For example, in shooting game, I want that particle system will only be generated when collision will be happened. So this type of uh, particle system generation requires some scripting so that they can be generated or triggered at the time of requirement. So in this video we will see the effect of particle system in a 3D game. Uh, in the example video, we have seen the effect of various particle systems like explosion, fire, smoke. Okay, and we can add some audio files in that explosion so that we can get the real type of feel of explosion by the particle system. So here we are taking the same example of Unity, which we have used in last lecture of audio component. Okay, so what we were doing in that lecture, here uh, there's two cubes. uh, one is uh, one is used as a player and another one is used as a enemy, uh, and whenever this player will collide with this wall, so this wall will be destroyed as well as some audio will start playing. So this thing was from the previous example. Now we will add some more things uh, in the same example in order to understand the particle system. So how we can generate the particle system in Unity? For that we have to go to the menu of game object, and here we can see that effect is written. So in effect, particle system is available. This particle system is used as a game object. So here you can see that we have option to pause, restart or stop the particle system, and in inspector panel we can see that various options are given like duration of the animation, looping means, and after every 5 seconds it will start itself. Okay, now like play on awake, if there will be tick on this place, it means whenever we will start the game, the particle system will start playing. And here we can see that various other example like shape. Right now this explosion is in cone shape. We can change it like in a sphere. So here you can see that these particles are emitted spheric shape, and we can change the radius. Okay, so there are various options by which we can customize our particle system. Here we can also choose our color. For example, if I'm taking the yellow color, so you can see that the particles are emitting in yellow color. By using this game object of particle system, we can create or customize our own particle system. Okay, we have another option in order to get effective particle system. First of all, delete it. So we can download uh, a good example of particle system from the asset store. Okay, so if here we will write the particle, sorry, particle collections, sorry. Okay, and I want the free assets. So here you can see that this particle collection is freely available. You can download and import it in your game. Okay, so actually I have already downloaded standard assets of the Unity, which can we get from here also. uh, Standard assets. Okay, so these are the standard assets. There are various assets are already provided in the standard assets, so I have already downloaded it. Here you can see that there is a folder of standard assets. Here we can find various subfolders like character, cross platform, editor, effects, environment, font. So here is a particle system. If we will go to the particle system, we can see here there is a prefabs. So here we can see that there are various prefabs are available, which can be used as a particle system. Suppose I am taking one of them. Okay, uh, so this is a sure type of particle system, and we can play it. So this type of effect will be generated when we play this particle system. Okay, so we can see that by default play on awake is ticked. So whenever we will start playing this particle system, will start working. Okay, or we can increase the maximum particles. Okay, actually this explosion will be more visible when I will provide some material to the ground. Okay, so we can place this particle system wherever it is required. Now we will see how we can access this particle system, or how we can call this particle system by the script. So as we have already written a script which is associated with this player or cube, this script is here. So here we can see that what we are doing here, we have just written some script for the movement of the player, and when this particular player will collide with the wall, so in that case an audio will be start playing, and that wall will be destroyed. So you can watch the previous lecture in order to understand this code. So here if I will play it, here you can see that player is moving. Okay, and wherever it will collide with wall is destroyed and audio is start playing. So But the problem is whenever I start playing the game, the this particle system uh, is also started. So for that I have to remove the on awake. Okay, so now when you will untick this play on awake, so after that this particle system will only be animated or will only be played when you will call it in your script. So here what we have to do, I have to just find out this game object in my game object dot find. So which object we have to find? This particular game object. So the name of this game object is sure, so we can write here sure. And once we will find this game object, we have to get the component of particle system here. So get component, which component? Particle system. Okay, now once we get the particle system, we have to play it. So actually this particular line of code is written inside the on collision inter. It means whenever that particular cube will collide to the wall, three events will be triggered. First one is audio will start playing, that wall will be destroyed, and some particle system effect will be generated. So we can see here. So here you can see that some particle system effect is started playing, but the problem is this particular particle system will be started at the same place where you have placed it initially. So I want that at the place of the collision this animation should be happened. So for that I will copy the component and I will paste this component to the sure. So now if I will play it, a particle system generated at the same place where the wall is present. But this approach is not desirable or not efficient because uh, it requires some manual effort. Here we can see that initially we have to manually place this particle system wherever I want to do some animation. So initially we have to do some manual effort for achieving this task. So this is not a good or efficient way to provide particle system effect, because if the game will be small then it is okay. uh, if we are developing a very big game, huge game, so in that game it is not possible to provide particle system manually wherever it is required. For that I want to generate the particle system on the basis of events. Means whenever any event will happen, the particle system will generate on the same place. It's irrespective of the position of the particle system initially. So for that what I have to do, uh, I will create the instance of the particle system. Okay, and we have already studied about the game object and prefab instantiation. So actually particle system is nothing but a prefab. So for that I will create a game object like part. Okay, and what we have to do, uh, go to this particular object. So here we can see that part is available and none of game object is attached here. So what we have to do, go to standard assets and particle system prefab. Okay, now I have to assign this particle system here. Okay, and you can delete it from here. Now this particular game object named part is initialized with the particle system. So what we have to do, just comment it, and here we can instantiate that particular game object, where in the place of the wall. So how we will know the place of the wall? It will be stored in this particular variable, because our player is collided with the wall, so we can access the position of the wall from here. Transform dot position. Okay, and I want no rotation, so we can write quaternion dot identity. You can save it. Now if I will play it, so now we can see that whenever this cube will be collided with this wall, three events will be happened. First one is cube will be this wall will be destroyed. The second one is an audio will start playing, and third one is explosion will be happened in the same place where the wall is present. Okay, we can again see this. So in order to get the more visual effect, you can choose the particle system as per your requirement. So here I have taken a particle system with very small effect, and you can customize the effect of the particle system by its inspector panel properties. So I hope that now you all are familiar with the particle system, how we can create a particle system, how we can download it from asset store, and as well as how we can call it in our script. And if you have any doubt, you can comment me. Thank you.